For February 15th, 2022 to order at 5:38. First item on the agenda is roll call. All present that are except for one seat. I don't have a person for that. Number one item is public comment. Anybody here for specifically? Seeing none. Move on to consent calendar.
Move for adoption of the consent calendar.
Seconded.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to adopt the consent calendar.
Okay, and moving on to regular business. Item 3, subsection 8284, consideration to adopt classification specifications for social service aid.
Yes, Commissioner, this is a new classification that is being proposed from the Department of Social Services. It would be used for a variety of areas in the department, and Director Martinez is here to answer any questions if you have any.
Since you made it all the way down here for us, come up to the lectern, please. And state your name and your title, please.
There you go. Okay, so my name is Deborah Martinez. I'm the Director of Social Services for Madera County. I'm here requesting the added classification of social worker aide. Currently, our social workers depend on our clerical assistants that are office assistants to do some very social worky aid type work. That means child visitation, transportation, our note-taking and narration that has to occur during the visitation. That's currently being done by an office assistant, and it's more appropriate that it be a social worker aide that does that function. That's why I'm asking for it to be added.
You know, I have a comment. When I'm looking at the kind of like the experience required, it looks like we're looking for somebody who plans on having a career as a social worker themselves, right? Is that who we're targeting? The type of applicant we're targeting? Somebody who wants to follow a career path in it?
That's what we want to develop. The reality is my clerical staff is predominantly Maderians, and my social worker staff is predominantly not.
Okay.
And so we need to encourage those that are in these social worker aid positions that I hope to have to aspire to be social workers. Madera College, for the first one in the state, established an AA in social work. So I want to leverage that with this group. Whoever, if this gets adopted and if we get positions, then I would like to leverage that relationship, because we already talked to them about doing internships, and just kind of promote that within this particular group. I want to promote education regardless of what classification, but this one specifically towards social work, this would be an amazing type of experience to have and see whether they're really interested in becoming a social worker.
Would this be the step prior to becoming a social worker once
Yes.
education and everything's completed?
Yes, this is a clerical and not a professional where the social workers live.
Sure.
In terms of the classification, right? However, this is kind of an entry level in terms of understanding what that work is like, and hopefully getting them in the path of the professional.
All right, thank you. And those questions stem from, seeing the experience needed, 2 years of social work, 90 units of education. And so it's, really, those are some high expectations if we were just looking for somebody doing clerical work without, future plans to have them fit a social worker type position. So thank you for clarifying that for me.
No problem.
I have one question, which is how many of these positions are we looking at? 6, 8, 1?
So we have not negotiated with the union regarding the salary or even how many positions we're talking about. If I can tell you what I would hope, I believe I'm checking with Elba.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm anticipating, what I'm hoping for, my goal is that 16 of our current clerical staff, office assistants that are currently doing these functions, they become our social work aides. And so I'm assuming about 16 is what I need, but I'm also hoping and praying that I have the individuals already with me and that would be interested in becoming social work aide.
Okay, now I have more questions.
Sure.
So if we take the clerical staff and all of a sudden make them all social service aides, are we going to need 16 new clerical people?
So what happens is I have over 40 clerical staff, for one. And a number of these positions for social work aid, if it were to happen, my dream, there's about 6 positions that are currently vacant because I am down staff everywhere at the moment. So how many I need is about 16. How many I hope to convert, if it was allowable and approved by the union and negotiated, would be to convert 16 of my positions, that doesn't mean people, into social worker aid if it's possible, right? And so it will not diminish or require me to add more clerical. They're already, these positions, if they were all filled, they would all be doing social worker aid jobs.
Right. And as the classification specification, it's simply to differentiate the difference between those clerical roles in this, right?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Let-
so it's
let
not, it's not new work. The work's already being performed. It's just properly allocating the work to make sure that the employees know their functions and addressing, you know, the difference in that level, right? There's transportation that's going on right now already. It's just addressing it and making sure that that is properly classified.
Does this also clean up some possible legal issues because of the title and the education?
Not so much legal, but the understanding is what, you know, it gives the respect due to this work, the social worker aid, and how different that is from the very important application taking and help processing that we might have in self-sufficiency from Medi-Cal, CalWORKS. That's all important work. But what they're doing here, if I'm asking somebody to take a vehicle with another worker and take 2 children to visit in Kings County, I want to acknowledge that that work is very different than working reception in self-sufficiency area.
Very much. Okay.
Can I have a question on that? We have here performing various tasks for the child and adult services service programs. Now, is this where the parent or the child, they come to the office and you perform whatever you have to perform there?
It's actually
Or do
on-site.
you have individuals that go out into the public and
Right.
and then you ask them to come in?
So this is on-site and outside. So let's say there's going to be a visit between bio-parent and the resource family is going to take the child to the McDonald's, to the park, wherever that's going to be. The social worker aide, would hope, would be the one who's escorting. Currently, we are escorting the child to that visit, wherever that visit needs to be, in office and off campus.
In your department
That's correct.
that you supervise, how many individuals do you have working for you?
370.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there a percentage that are out and then a certain percentage that stay in?
Let me clarify that. She has 370 allocations of positions. It doesn't mean that there's 370 employees right now. There's vacancies, obviously, but she has 370 allocated positions in her department right now.
Yeah. And so in terms of the 16 positions, that would be my hope, my dream, that they would function in child welfare, right? And there's reference to adults because we also have a need in adult protective services for our elderly, where a social worker aid is necessary and has functions, and also in my puppet guardian office, where we deal with folks that are under conservatorship and we have to serve as payees in terms of giving them a check for an allowance for whatever monies they may be coming in. So there's 3 different realms that these positions would be, and it's a total, what I'm hoping to be 16 positions that are already, the work is already existing and positions are already existing.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I move to adopt the social service aid classification.
We have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a vote of 4-0 to adopt.
So can I just make a quick comment? So this classification, as Deborah mentioned, we still have to negotiate it with the union before it goes to the board to make sure that they're aware of the functions. So once it's negotiated, we have agreement, we'll take it to the board for action.
Are they coming to, well, we serve the mountains. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, thank you for
We're up there
coming.
quite a bit, actually. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
Oh,
We all care
we
for the
all
mountains.
care about all Madera County.
Right. Item number 4, staff reports.
So not really a lot of staff reports, just wanted to remind that we have a hearing coming up in April, so we'll be sending those notices out to the both parties. And I think that's pretty much it. Our office is just recruiting, as you can see, all the eligibility lists and everything that's going on. So we have a lot of those. There might be potential reclasses coming to you at the next meeting. It just depends on how the budget process goes with the departments. So hopefully we'll have those done and bring them back to you on the next meeting.
Entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We are adjourned. Thank you guys for showing up for this nice, quick meeting.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I missed
He's the one that's going the longest distance.
But nothing that says you can't bring some.